Very good evening to everyone. Gurubhyo Namaha. Budhaihi api sudurvodhe granthe yanmama sahasam tatparayantu nipunaha gurupadarajah kanaha. Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome you all to this live online series lectures over Nirok Street on Ashtanga Hridayam. As I had told, I'll be engaging classes over Ashtanga Hridayam on every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Last Sunday, due to some network issue, I could not engage it. We'll have more duration of class today so that target whatever was fixed up to today can be finished, and accordingly we can go ahead. We had finished up to 12th quotation, that is Sansargaha Sannipatascha Tadvitrikshayakopataha. We'll continue. After studying about the doshas, now Granthakara is explaining about dushya. Rasasrang mausame dosti majja shukrani dhatavaha saptadushyaha. After explaining about three doshas, now Acharyas are explaining, Vagbhatacharya is explaining about dushya, because why he is following the order is dosha dhatu mala moolam hi sada dehasya. It is what we have studied, will be studying, will be ever remembering and reciting this quotation. So dosha, dhatu and mala are adhara for whole body, any living entity. May it be prani, may it be pakshi or manushya. Even we can consider this to sasya also. That is why Vriksha Ayurveda, Hasti Ayurveda, Ashwa Ayurveda and all some other branches of Ayurveda have been narrated. Here onwards, for every quotation, though the words used to frame the quotations are very simple, just by hearing the words we can get the meaning, but the stress and the need of an hour is to stress more upon the Tika Granthas, so that what exactly each word means. There is a saying in Shastra Grantha that Prati Padam Pratyaksharam Anekakuti Garbhita Pratibhati Sudha Athadi Granthal Patvaya Nochate. Pratipada, Prati Akshara carries excellent meaning, extraordinary meaning. But Athadi Granthal Patvaya Nochate. But it will be explained in a Alpa Artha. And in such scenario, the Tika Granthas are the only aids through which we can get the hidden meaning of each akshara and each pada. Pado varna samuha, vakyaha pada samuha. So to frame a sutra, they have used multiple shabda, and to frame a multiple shabda, they have used multiple akshara. So each akshara in sutra can never go in vain. Everything is having its own importance. So let us try to analyze each quotation with Tika Grantha and Tika explanation, so that the basic concept of Ayushkami Adhyayam related to dosha, dhatu and mala is totally clear, so that in future classes like Dinacharya, Rutucharya, Roganutpadani Adhyaya and such higher chapters of this sthana, we can understand very easily. So when we are studying, let the base be very strong. So let us go with Tika Grantha. So what he says, Rasadayaha sapta dhatu saudnya sharira dharanat dhatavaha. Rasadi are the seven which does dharana of the sharira, hence they are called as dhatus. Techa dushyaha, they are itself known as dushyas. Vatadibhihi dushyanti iti doshyaha. Why they are called dushya? Because they get vitiated by vatadi doshas. Yad doshanam dushyanti ityeva doshyaha. यस्मात् वातादीनां दूषण स्वभावत्वाद्याः दोष संज्ञाः स अन्वर्थ संज्ञा. Anvartha is excellent meaning given to it, fruitful meaning given to it. Vatadi are having the meaning or the saudhya as self-explanatory meaning as dosha, because they vitiate. They just do not vitiate themselves. They get vitiated by themselves, and then they tend to vitiate the dhatus and malas. Hence, the saudhya given to them, that is dosha, says very excellent. दूषयन्ति इति दोषाः अथो अवश्यं ते दूष्यम् अपेक्षन्ते. If they are said to be doshas, is it enough to say that these are dosha? Something can be called as dosha only when the opposite is present. Like there is a very famous ad related to gulab jamun. The kid used to come home and say, I won second prize. Then father used to ask, how many participants were there? Only 2. So like that, the opponent is needed to understand the importance of the proponent. So to say Vadadis as dosha, it needs something so that it can exhibit its function and prove its existence. And those existent proving aids are nothing other than dhatus and malas. कर्म विना कर्तुम क्रियायाम असंभावात् कर्तारम विना कर्मणो न कर्मत्वम. Doshas are kartru here, kriya is dushana. Now karma is needed, so karma is nothing other than dhatus. So with the help of dhatus, dosha get the meaning of dosha because they tend to vitiate. That is what is given. तैहि विना अपि वातादीनां दोषाणां. Hence they are called as saptadushyah. We'll go ahead. Mala mutra shakrit svedadayo api cha. Here, as I told in the beginning, pratyaksharam and pratipadam, everything has its own importance. Mala mutra shakrit sveda adayaha api cha. Mala are only 3. Mutra, mala, that is wit, and sveda. Then again, why did Granthakara use the word adayaha? Here, we can take the adayaha meaning as mala, that is from mutra beginning, adi, adyaksharani varnyante. So from beginning of mutra, these 3 are called as malas. That is one meaning. The another meaning what we can take adayaha, ityadayaha or adayaha is upamala can also be considered. But there is a word called apicha. Adayo apicha. Api word carries the meaning that the vatadis. That is, we can see the tika. Apicha iti shabdat dushyashcheti. Na kevalam rasadayaha eva dushyaha. Yavan malaste api vatadibhihi dushyante iti dushyaha. So by the help of vitiated doshas, not only dhatus, along with dhatus, even malas get vitiated. Hence they are also considered as dushyas. Tatha vinmutradina mala saudhnya dushya saudhnya cha. So due to this meaning, even malas are also called as dushya only. Again, we'll continue. Vruddhi samanaihi sarvesham viparitaihi viparyayaha. Sarvesham word is to be underlined here. Sarvesham is here we need to consider about the doshas. Sarvesham doshadhatu maladinam sharirashritanam samanaihi tulya sadbhavaihi vruddhihi swapramanadhikyam. So if they tend to come in contact with the similar qualities, similar dravyas and similar karmas, they are going to aggravate. Vruddhi is swapramana adhikyam. Mala, if it is coming in contact with mala, samanya guna, dravya and karma, then mala swapramana adhikya takes place. Mutra also same, sveda also same. So like this, the Vriddhi Samanaihi Sarvesham can be understood. That is, Samana Dravya, Samana Guna and Samana Karma will tend to aggravate doshas, dhatus and malas. Then Viparitaihi Viparyayaha, opposite qualities, Vishama Gunas, Vishesha Gunas, Vishesha Dravya and Vishesha Karma tend to elevate the dosha, dhatu and malas. For that, example is also given. Raktam apyayate rakena, mausam mausena, medo medasa, asti tarunasna, majja majna, shukram shukrena, tatha garbhaschama garbhena. So that is, when Raktakshaya is there is an indication of giving Raktabasti. So, Vriddhi Samanaihi Sarvesham, the concept of Samanya Siddhanta is applied, and through that Raktakshaya is treated. So this Vriddhi and Kshaya is of three types: Dravyataha Vriddhi, Gunataha Vriddhi and Karmataha Vriddhi. Again the same three can be applied for Kshaya also. Dravyataha, Gunataha and Karmataha. Kshaya will tend to cause Vriddhi or Kshaya of dosha, dhatu and malas in the body. Rasaha swadvamla lavanaha tikta koshana kashayakaha shad dravyamashhritaha techa yathapurvam balavaha. Rasaha, here help of Tika is quite needed. For superficially we can understand that rasa, these are Madhura, Amla, Lavana, Tikta, Katu, Kashaya are 6 rasas, and they are helping in dosha vriddhi and kshaya, deha vriddhi and kshaya, upachaya and apachaya of dehastha dhatus. But that is not enough. The Tika Granthas will throw extra light so that the hidden concept is clear. We'll see what Tika Grantha says over this. What is the meaning of balavaha? Balam avahanti prapayanti iti yavat tat tasmat sarvebhyo rasebhyo madhuro rasaha prakarshena dehinam balakaraha. Madhura rasa prakarshena dehinam balakaraha. If you want to induce good bala, uttama bala to individual, madhura rasa prakarshena or prabhuta matra upayoga is advised. But upayoga of madhura rasa in prabhuta matra is never meaning that continuously eat only madhura rasa. It is not so. So gunataha, dravyataha, karmataha, all shadrasas play excellent role in maintaining health of an individual. That is known. Shadrasa ahara abhyasa is quite needed. Among them, among shadrasas, madhura rasa always tend to create uttama bala in individual's body. That is what is said. Kashayaha tu sarvebhyo jaganya balavaha. Among 6, Kashaya rasa, if compared, then it gives bala kshaya, comparatively less bala to the deha. Then why to consume it? No. It is the matter of only bala. But for the matter of other physiology of the body, even Kashaya rasa is needed. Similarly, all the remaining 5 rasas need to be ingested by every individual. Tatra adya marutam ghranti trayas tikta dayaha kafam kashaya tikta madhuraha pittam anyetu kurvate. So tatra adya marutam gnanti trayaha. So here we need to do chedana of shloka pada. Here what we can say, tatra adya marutam gnanti. Among them, what is tatra here? Tatra means among the 6 rasas explained previously. Among 6, the first 3 tend to do elevation of vata dosha. Marutam gnanti. Trayaha tikta adayaha kafam. So starting from tikta rasa, tikta, katu and kashaya, they tend to elevate the kapha dosha. Kashaya tikta madhuraha pittam. So kashaya rasa, tikta rasa and madhura rasa elevates pitta dosha. And opposite of this explanation, they always tend to aggravate the doshas. For example, tatradya marutam gnanti. Madhura, amla, lavana, they are vata elevating in nature. But kashaya tikta, katu tikta kashaya, they tend to aggravate the vata dosha. And kashaya tikta madhura are kapha dosha hrasaka, but madhura, amla, lavana are kapha dosha vardhaka. Kashaya tikta madhura are pitta hrasaka. Amla, lavana and katu are always pitta vardhaka. That is anyetu kurvate. Pittam anyetu kurvate. That is what is explained. Next is Shamanam, Kopanam, Swastahitam, Dravyamiti Tridhaha. So, after explaining about the rasas, now the Granthakara is explaining about Dravyas. Dravyas are of three types. They are Shamana, Kopana and Swastahitam. So, these are the three types of Dravyas explained. For that, Tika Grantha need to be stressed again. Here onwards, everywhere Tika Grantha help is most needed. We'll see what Tika says over this. Tailam Ghritam Makshikam Yathaha. Shamana, Kopana and Swastahita are three types of Dravyas. Iti anena prakarena Shamanadi bhedena tridha triprakaram Dravyam. Three types of Dravyas are there. Shamanadi bhedena. One does Shamana, the one does Kopana, the other one is Swastahitam. Shamana is Dosha Hrasaka, Kopana is Dosha Vardhaka, and Swastahitam is maintaining. So these are the three types. Next is Anyena Prakarena Dvida Athava Anekatha Iti Shabdaha Prakarartho Abhihitaha Yat Kupitanam Yat Kupitan Vatadin Doshan Shamayati Tat Shamanam. Whatever the Dravya which does Shamana of Prakupita Vatadi Doshas, that is known as Shamana. Yatha Tailam Ghritam Makshikam. Taila does Shamana of Vata, Ghrita does Shamana of Pitta, and Madhu does Shamana of Kapha. Again, Tatra Tailam. Why does it do? Tatra Tailam Sneha Aushnya Gaurava Yoga Dvatam Tad Viparita Gunam Shamayati. Actually, Taila is not acting over Vata dosha. Taila Guna is acting over Guna of Vata dosha. It is called Satta. There is a concept in Shastra called as Satta. There is a sutra called Yadadhina Yasya Satta Tat Tadhitteva Bhranyate. How to understand this is Satta is always residing in some object. Due to residence of this Satta, that non-living entity also gets the Samjna of living. For example, you are standing in a traffic area and you want to reach somewhere. For that, you want to hire an auto. Then how will you call? Hey auto, come here. This is what you call. Is auto can hear what you said, or auto can come by its own because you have called? No. The auto is coming to your voice because you have called it, but it is being moved and listened by the Satta Chetana Dravya present in it, that is auto Chalaka. So when Chalaka is Satta, Yadadhina Yasya Satta Tat Tadhitteva Bhranyate. So wherever Satta is residing, accordingly the non-living entity Achetana Dravya also try to behave like Chetana only. So actually we were supposed to call, hey auto driver, please get your auto here, I need to go somewhere. But we never call like this. We call, hey auto, come here. That means auto is getting Saudhnya of Satta there. So similarly, Tailastha, Snigdha Ushnadi, Guruvadi Gunas are acting opposite to the Gunas of Vata Dosha which are present. Ruksha, Laghu and Shita. So due to opposite quality of the Dravya and Dosha, the Taila is helpful in mitigating Vata dosha. Similarly for Ghrita with Pitta and Madhu with Kapha dosha. Next is Ushna Shita Gunotkarsha Tatra Viryam Dvidha Smradam. So due to Utkarsha of Ushna and Shita Gunas, Virya are of two types. Viryaha Shaktihi. Viryam Shaktihi. That is what is Granthakara says. So based on the Utkarsha of Ushna Guna and Shita Guna, Virya are of two types. They are Shita Virya and Ushna Virya. Tridha Vipako Dravyasya Swadvamla Katukatmakaha. So Vipaka of Dravya, whatever the Dravya explained the previously, that is Shamanam, Kopanam, Swastahitam. So Tridha Vipako Dravyasya. Dravyasya here Shashti Vibhakti Prayoga is there. Dravyasya means the previously explained three Dravyas. Of these three Dravyas, there are three Vipakas explained. They are Swadu, Amla and Katu. Many scholars consider this as the rasas only. No, it is explained for the bhava or the ghataka which are doing portion of particular doshas. In Swadu Vipaka, the ghataka dravyas are Parthiva and Jaliya. which are helpful in nourishing the kapha dosha. Hence it is called swadu vipaka. Amla vipaka is one wherein due to the ghatakas the pitta dosha is nourished, and katu vipaka vata dosha is nourished. Hence they are called as swadu, amla and katu vipakas. And the rasas, the madhura and amla and madhura and lavana rasa, they tend to cause madhura vipaka. Amla rasa is forming amla vipaka, and the remaining three rasas, they tend to form katu vipaka. Gurur manda hima snigdha slakshna sandra mrudusthiraha gunaha sasukshma vishada vyunshatissa viparyayaha. So these are the vyunshati gunas explained. It is called the tantra yukti is utilized here. They are telling one part, the remaining one need to be understood here. Opposite meaning of each guna has been narrated, and Tika Granthas explain each quality with its karma. For example, what is Tikshna? Tikshna guna always does Shodhana, hence Shodhane Tikshnaha, Stambhane Himaha. This is how Granthakara or the Tikakara explains about each gunas. They are Vyunshati gunas explained in this chapter. Next is Kalartha Karmanam Yogo Hina Mitya Atimatrakaha Samyak Yogascha Vidneya Roga Rogaika Karanam. Kala, Artha and Karmanam. There are three shabdas. Yogaha, if they are in Samayoga, then they tend to form Arogya. If Kala, Artha and Karma are in Hina Yoga, Mithya Yoga or Ati Yoga, then they always tend to cause Vyadhi in the individual's body. For that, Tika is explaining very beautifully. Kalaha, Shitoshna Varsha Lakshanas Trividhaha. Shita Kala, Ushna Kala and Varsha Kala are the three types of Kala which is seen in the atmosphere. Arthaha iti Shabdasparsha Rupa Rasagandhaha Mahabhuta Gunaha. And Karma are Kayika, Vachika and Manasika Karmas. If the Sanyoga of these Kala, Artha and Karma with their respective objects, then there will be, if Samyoga is there, then the Arogya is maintained. If Hina Yoga is there, if Mithya Yoga is there, or if Ati Yoga is there, then they tend to cause Vyadhis. That is also being explained here. Ye Kaladinam Yogaha Hina Mithya Atimatrakaha Te Rogaika Karanam Tesham Eva Yaha Samyak Yogaha Sa Arogyaika Karanam Pradhana Karanam Iti Ekaha Shabdaha Pradhana Vachanam. So it is explained. Mithya Yoga means Swarupad Vaiparityam. Hina Yoga means Swarupa Hinam. And Ati Yoga means Swarupa Atishayaha. These are the meanings of Hina Yoga, Mithya Yoga and Ati Yoga. Swarupa Hina is Hina Yoga. Mithya Yoga means Swarupad Vaiparityam. Its own Swarupa is there, but it is not acting according to its Swarupa. If it is telling something else, if it is doing some other karma, then it is called Mithya Yoga. And if it is doing its own Swarupa Prapta karma, but in excess quantity, then it is known as Ati Yoga. Rogaha tu dosha vaishamyam, dosha samyam arogataha. Here, Vaishamya Shabda has more important meaning. Vaishamya iti vruddham va kshinam va grihyante. Vaishamya should be understood in two types. It can be either vruddhi or it can be kshaya. Rogaha tu dosha vaishamyam. If dosha vruddhi takes place, then also it is vyadhi. If dosha kshaya takes place, still then it produces vyadhi. Dosha samyam arogataha. If doshas are in samavastha, then they tend to form arogya. Nija agantu vibhagena tatra roga dvidha smrutaha. This roga, which is due to dosha vaishamya, is of two types, grossly divided. They are Nija roga and Agantu roga. Nija roga is one wherein Nijaha Stridoshotthaha. If Nija roga occurs due to three doshas, that is Vata Pitta Kapha vitiation, either in the form of Vruddhi or Kshaya, then that is called as Nija roga. The Agantu roga is one, Bahya Hetu Jastu Agantavaha. Due to Bahya Hetu, whatever the Vyadhi is occurring, that is Agantu Vyadhi. Okay. Next is Tesham काय मनो भेदादधिष्ठानम अपि द्विधाः तेषाम इति निज एंड आगंतुरोगाणां काय मनो भेदेन द्विविधम अधिष्ठानम अपि. So अधिष्ठान of these nija roga and agantu roga are two. They are kayika adhisthana or manasika adhisthana. What are the vyadhis which are kayika adhisthita? For example, jvara, asrit pitta, kasadinam kayaha. So kayika vyadhis are jvara, rakta pitta, kasa, shvasa ityadis. And manasika vyadhis are mada, murcha, sanyasa, graha bhutonmada, apasmara, ragadveshadinam manaha. So these vyadhis are mano adhisthita. Hence, these are nija vyadhis only, but have or agantu vyadhi. Both bhutonmada is agantuja vyadhi. Agantuja jvara is also there, but their adhisthana are two. They are either kayika adhisthana or manasika adhisthana. Rajaha tamascha manaso docha dosha vadahrataha. There are raja and tama doshas assessed for mano lakshana or manasika doshas are two. They are rajas and tamas. There is a word called cha. Cha shabdaha api pavanadinam api upasangrahartam. So cha is used there. Rajas tamascha manaso dvau cha dosha budahrataha. The cha word gives the sense that need to consider about vata pitta kapha also along with raja and tama for mano vikriti, because it is explained in Charaka Samhita that the manas always follows sharira, sharira always follows mano. Shariram chanu vidhiyate sattvam, sattvam shariram. Hence, for the vitiation of raja and tama, there will be definitely vitiation of vatadis, vata pitta kapadis. Hence, cha shabda is being used there. Darshana sparshana prashnaihi pariksheta cha roginam. So such nija or agantu vyadhita rogi, either kayika rogi or manasika vyadhita rogi, their examination goes in three folds. They are darshana pariksha, sparshana pariksha and prashna pariksha. What are these darshana, sparshana and prashna pariksha? What do you observe in darshana adi parikshas? Darshanena drishtya kasa mehadyarteshu pita shukla varna samsthana pramana upachaya chaya vinmutra charditadikam. So discoloration or change of the appearance, varna, chaya, prabha, everything, if you observe through your eyes, you are observing these all through your eyes. Hence it is called darshana pariksha. Then comes sparshanena hasta kaya sparshanena jvara gulma vidhradyadyartavam artam तथा शीतोष्ण स्तब्ध स्पंदन श्लक्ष्ण खर स्पर्शादिकम च. By tactile sensation, you are trying to assess jvara, you are trying to assess vidradhi, you are trying to assess gulma, and you are also trying to assess aushnya, shita, shabda, sparsha, khara is available, or whatever that can be assessed by sparsha pariksha. The third one is important, that is prashnena prachaya. By interrogating, you are getting maximum questions and maximum information regarding the vyadhi. Prachaya shula arochaka chardi hridadravatvam suchanda duschandatvam mrudu krura koshtatam swapna darshanam abhiprayam janma amaya pravritti nakshatra dvishta ishta sukha dukkhani cha iti atura mukhat pariksheta. So by interrogating about these all questions, the physician can gather so many important information, and based on that the physician can analyze whether the roga can be treated or not. Sadhya or asadhya etc. division can be framed, and aushadha also can be selected based on that. Rogam. Now darshana, sparshana, prashnadi are three types of rogi pariksha. Then what are the roga pariksha, or what are the how roga is assessed? They are rogam, nidana, pragrupa, lakshana, upashayaptibhihi. Roga is analyzed with 5 basic folds. They are generally popularly known as nidana panchakas. Rogam nidanadibhihi panchabhihi pariksheta. Roga must be analyzed by these 5 important factors. Nidanam karanam hetuhu ityanarthantaram taccha sanna viprakrishtam viprakrishta bhedena dvidaha. Nidana is also known as hetu, the causative factor. This causative factor is of two types. One is sannikrishta nidana, the other one is viprakrishta nidana. And the analysis of what is sannikrishta and what is viprakrishta. Asannam api dvividham, asannam atyasanna bhedena. This sannikrishta is again divided into two types, asanna and ati asanna karanas. Asannam ruksha laghu shitadi dravyopayogaha. Rukshadi dravya prayoga, if you are doing, say ati vyayama, because it has its guna and it also has its karma, hence it can be considered under dravya only. If atiyoga of vyayama takes place, then there will be rukshadi atisevana leading to vata prakopa. So it is asanna type of hetu. Then atyasannam tu yataha samanantaram eva rogotpattihi. So atyasanna is so close that as soon the hetu starts and vyadhi utpatti takes place. Yatha vatadayo doshaha kriddhaha. Vatadayoho doshaha. Vruddhi of vatadi doshas, they themselves will lead to vyadhi utpatti. Kruddha means vruddhi or vikrititaha vruddhi. They are leading to vyadhi utpatti, hence it is called as atyasanna hetuhu. Viprakrishtam yat adikale rudrakopadi jwaradinam. Jwara occurs due to rukshadi ahara sevana, vatadosha vitiation which enters into amashaya, there sroto sangha or vimargamana takes place. The ahara sthita or dosha prakopajanya agneya guna which does circulation all over the body through vyanavata, and everywhere it produces ushma causing mandagni. This is what is jwara samprapti explained. But this jwara is actually origined of rudrakopa. Due to rudrakopa, during Treta Yuga and Satya Yuga Kala, while Daksha Prajapati was doing yajna, during that time he did not offer the havis to Rudra. Due to that, Rudra got very much kopa and he produced Tripada and Trishara Yukta, a krimi, that is called krimi or jiva. And when jiva emerged, that jiva came to Rudra and asked, now you have produced me, what should I do? Then that Rudra said, you go and enter into the deha of such manushya or any living entity, whoever consumes nidanadi, there you produce jwara. Here the broad meaning of jwara is considered generally as fever, but the meaning of jwara to be considered as vividha vyadhihi. Jwara is one of the synonym of vyadhi shabda. So that is about viprakrishta nidanam. Then tena evam vidham artha jatam evam vidhasya rogasya hetutvena upadishtam evam vidhascha utpanno ato nidana jnayate rogaha. So such roga which takes place due to nidana sevana, that causative factors are called as hetu or nidana in the broad meaning. Prag rupam pura rupam bhavishyato vyadhehe aprakashita dosha visheshadhishtitasya lakshanam. So prag rupam is aprakashita dosha vyadhi lakshanam. For example, there are vyadhis which are emerging. They possess their own qualities, but those qualities before their exhibition, before their presence, showing their presence, whatever the lakshana seen before the actual manifestation of vyadhi, that is called as pururupa. Udva bhushujvara adi amayoho vatadi dosha visheshana linga rupabhaso yena avabhasyate yatha yatham alpatvad avyaktam asfutam lingam tat pragrupam. Whatever the lakshana which is avyakta, aspashta, asputa, that lakshana is called as pururupa. Lakshanam. Now pragrupa is over, next is rupa or lakshana. Lakshanam punastadeva pragrupa dvilakshanam yena sakala dosha vishesha lingitaha sputalingo vyadhi drishyata lakshate. So this lakshana is one which tells about the complete exhibited vyadhi, and it is the continuation of pragutpatti lakshana or pragrupa, which is wherein the doshas are prominently involving and they are producing different lakshanas of that particular vyadhi. That is called as lakshana. एवं विधेन आहारादिकेन हि तस्य पीडा न अभूत एवं विधेन च अभूत अत उपशयात् ज्ञेया तेयं रोगाः इति ते अयं रोगाः इति. So whatever the causative factors are there, say aharaja, viharaja or whatever it is, if they are left or consuming opposite to those factors causing dosha vikriti in the body, then that is called as upashaya. And if consumed according to the dosha vitiation, samana dravya, samana guna and samana karma of the dosha which tend to cause dosha vikriti, then that is known as anupashaya in the roga lakshana. Then next is samprapti. Sa vyadhi satmyaha swastya hetuhu sukhavahah apti nivrittihi sampraptir gati jatihi ityanarthantaram एवं दुष्टम दुष्टेनैवं स्थान स्थित तेनैवं अनुगतेनानय कल्पनैः एवं मार्गेण दोषेण इति परिकल्पनम. So how from starting from nidana sevana till lakshanotpatti, how the disease course has continued, that all together is known as samprapti or apti. Word is denoted for that. So these are the 5 nidana panchakas through which roga can be assessed, roga is examined. Next is bhumi deha prabhedena deshamahu ihadvidhaha. Desha is of 2 types, bhumi desha and atura desha. Deha is atura only or vyadhita only. So they are 2 types. Jangalam vata bhuishtam anupam tu kafolbanam sadharanam samabalam tridha bhumi desham adishet. This bhumi desha is again divided into 3, that is jangala desha, anupa desha and sadharana desha. What are these jangala desha and what do they do in the health aspect? Let us see. Bhudesham punastridaha triprakaram adishet iti vadet. Adishet means explained. Tatra jangalo desho alpa udaka taru parvatatvena vakshamana lakshanaha. This jangala desha is one which is having alpa udaka and taru, then parvatatvena vakshamana lakshanaha vata bhuishto vata prachuraha. Due to vayu which is prakarshenataha present, hence it is called as vata bhuishta, and this tend to cause vata vruddhi. Tatra jata aushadhi khaga purusha mrugadayoho vata pradhana bhavati. Hence whatever the ahara dravya or aushadha dravya collected in jangala pradesha are vata pradhana, they can be used in kaphaja vyadhis, because vata lakshana and vata guna are opposite to that of kapha guna and kapha lakshana. So the same can be utilized here. Then next is prachurodaka vruksho yo nirvataha durlabhatapaha so anupaha iti. So anupa is one which has prachara udaka and vruksha, yo nirvato durlabho atapaha. So atapa is durlabha, sunlight is durlabha, and nirvata, there is no air or a wind which is flowing as like in jangala pradesha, hence sacha kapha pradhanaha. Tajjata scha aushadhadayaha snigdhaha bhavanti. Hence the aushadhadi dravyas, aharadi dravyas found in such pradesha, anupa pradesha, are snigdha. As they are snigdha, they tend to aggravate kapha dosha. So anupa dravya can be used in vata rogas, so that the opposite qualities are utilized in chikitsa. Sadharanam samamalam tridha bhumi desham adishet. So sadharana desha is one wherein all everything vayu, agni or atapa and shita, that is jaladi lakshana, are in sadharana pramana. Hence they maintain all 3 doshas and they are always helping in maintaining of the health. Next is Kshanadir Vyadhyavastha cha Kalo Bheshaja Yogakrit. Again, for the utility of Aushada and for the importance to mix the Aushada and do Prayoga, the Kala is divided as Kshanadihi and Vyadhi Avastha. Because based on Kshanadi, few Aushada formulation and Karma are adopted, and based on Vyadhi Avastha, few others are utilized. For that, we can see the Tika, Kalo Dvidaha, Kshanadi Lakshano Vyadhyavastha Lakshanascha, Bheshajasya Aushadhasya Yogam Karoti. Bheshajasya Aushadhasya Yogam Karoti. Yoga is utility. The utility of Bheshaja and Aushada based on Kshanadi Kala and Vyadhi Avastha are divided. Bheshajasya Yogo Bheshaja Yogo Yogaha Tam Karoti iti Bheshaja Yogakaraha. Kshanadihi Prasiddhaha. Kshanadi are very very popular, not only in health science like Ayurveda, but in Shastra also, day-to-day activities also, these Kshanadi are very much prachalita. They are Adi Shabdena, Kshana, Adi Shabdena, Adi Shabda Grahanena, Grahana, Lava, Truti, Muhurta, Yama, Aha, Ratri, Paksha, Masa, Rutu, Ayana, Samvatsara, Ityadayaha are considered. Now, Kshanadi Kalasya Udaharanam Yatha. How this is used, or Kshanadi are used in treatment aspect, Bheshaja Yoga Karit you have mentioned. So how this Kshanadi are helping? That is, Purvahne Vamanam Deyam, Madhyahne tu Virechanam, Madhyahne Kinchidavrate Vastim, Dadyad Vichakshanaha. Purvahne Vamanam. Vamana is usually done in Purvahna Kala. Madhyahna Virechana is done. Basti, what is called as Anuvasana Basti is done in Paschat Bhakta Avastha, that is other Kalas. So based on this Kala, Kshanadi Kala, Yoga of Bheshaja, that is Aushada Prayoga is adjusted. Hence that is playing very very important role in clinical management of Vyadhis. Then next is Vyadhyavastha Kala. Vyadhyavastha Sama Nirama Mrudu Madhya Tikshnatvat Tat Yogat Yaushada Visrishtihi Yatha Langanam Svedanam Kalo Yavagus Tiktakorasaha Malanam Pachanani Syuhu Yathavastam Kramenava. As it is explained in Charaka Jwarachikitsa Adhyaya, at the Taruna Jwara Avastha, the Chikitsa based on the Avastha of the Jwara, Chikitsa is explained. Langhanam, Svedanam, Kale. Even other Granthakaras also explain about the Jwara. Jwarado, Langhana Prokta, Jwara Madhe tu Pajanam, Jwarante, Bheshajam Dadyat, Jwara Mukte Virechanam. So, Avastha of Jwara different, that is Ama Avastha, Pachamana Avastha, Pakva Avastha, and Purna Vyadhi Nivritti Avastha. The Aushada Sevana or different formulations are being utilized, and that is helpful in treatment of the Vyadhi. Hence, Kshanadi are helpful in Aushada Upyoga also. Vyadhi Avastha are also guiding the physician to use which sort of Dravya so that Vyadhi is managed beautifully. Next is Shodhanam Shamanam Cheti Samasad Aushadam Dvidaha. Aushada. Now Kshanadi are utilized for Aushada Yoga. Now what is this Aushada? Aushada is of two types. One is Shodhana Aushada, the second one is Shamana Aushada. Here the word Samasad Aushadam Dvidhaha is used. Then why this Samasad is used? The meaning of Samasad is Sankshepataha. Why Samasad means is Sankshepataha? Because you have studied in BAMS or even in general Sanskrit language about the concept of Samasa. Saying, for example, Dvandva Samasa is there. What is Dvandva Samasa? It denotes two factors. For example, Rama Lakshmanau. Rama Lakshmanau is Samastapada, but Samasa is Ramascha Lakshmanascha. Actually, it is explained as Ramascha Lakshmanascha. But by the use of Vyakarana Siddhanta, that is Samasa Prakarana, we are saying it as Rama Lakshmanau. Similarly, though Aushadha are of multiple types, but collectively they fall under two categories only. They are either Shodhananga Aushadha or Shamananga Aushadha. So Samasad, that is why the Samasa Shabda is being utilized. Next is Sharira Janam Doshanam Kramena Param Aushadam वस्तिर्विरेको वमनं तथा तैलं घृतं मधुः शरीरजानां दोषाणां. Now they are explaining about शारीरिक dosha. शरीरजानां दोषाणां. So शारीरिक doshas are vata, pitta and kapha. Their treatment parama aushada. Parama shabdasya artha vishesham asti. This parama should be analyzed in a different meaning. So parama shabda artha in one of the grantha it is explained as paraha miyate kartratvena asmin dharme. Miyana is involving, kartratvena is as a responsibility, asmin dharme in its own respected or insisted work, whatever is used best, that is denoted with parama. Parama aushadham. So Sharirajanam doshanam. For example, Vatavyadhi is there. So Basti is Parama Aushada. Why? Paraha miyate. It is deeply involved in the mitigation of Vata. Kartratvena, it does Shamana of Vata by removing the Prakupita Vata dosha. Paraha miyate kartratvena asmin dharme. Its dharma is to mitigate the Vata. So Basti does all these function, or all these factors are involved, considered by Basti, and that is how it is mitigating the Vata dosha. Hence Paramaushadham word is used. Vastihi vireko vamanam tatha tailam ghratam madhuhu. Basti is best Paramaushadha for Vata, Virechana is Paramaushadha for Pitta, and Vamana is Paramaushadha for Kapha, and Dravyas, Parama Aushadha Dravyas are Taila is best for Vata, Ghrita for Pitta, and Madhu for Kapha dosha. So I hope till now whatever is dealt is clear for everyone, and if any doubt are there, can drop the question in the comment box. I would definitely attempt to clarify those doubts and answer to all doubts, and continue my lecture tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you.